6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The isolation status in several police areas in the Western Province to be lifted from today. 7 new COVID-19 fatalities push the death toll to 116. The Parliament will meet today at 9:30 a.m. The votes on the Ministries of Health, Indigenous Medicine Promotion, Rural Ayurveda Hospital Development and the State Ministry for Community Health will be taken up for debate today. A tense situation at the Mahara prison, 4 inmates killed, 24 injured. The STF has been called to the site to bring the situation under control. The coronavirus infections from prisons exceed 1,000. In news overseas, Swiss vote to reject responsible business initiative. In sports, the LPL T20 series, the LPL match between the Jaffna Stallions and Dambulla Viking will be played at the Suryawewa Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Grounds at 3:30 p.m. today. The Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva says the isolation status in Petta, Foreshore and the Mattakulia police areas in the Colombo district and the Negombo and Ragama police areas in the Gampaha district has been lifted at 5 a.m. today. He said isolation status will continue in Modara, Blumendal, Kottahena, Grand Pass, Dam Street, Adaruppa Street, Maligavatta, Dematakoda, the Kesalvatta police area and the Vakanda and Vanathamulla Grama Niladari divisions. The Army Commander said the Randia Uyana housing scheme and the South of Ferguson Road in Mattakulia and the Laksanda 7 housing scheme, the Salamulla Grama Nilidari division and the Vijayapura Grama Nilidari division in Valamputiya will be declared as new isolated areas effective from 5 a.m. today. Once again, the Army Commander said the Randia Uyana housing scheme and south of the Ferguson Road in Mattakulia and the Laksanda 7 housing scheme, the Salamulla Grama Niladari division and Vijayapura Grama Niladari division in the Valampitiya police area will be declared as new isolated areas effective from 5 a.m. today. He added that isolation status will continue in Kalaniya, Vassala and the Paligoda police areas in the Gampaha district. Sri Lanka's COVID-19 death toll climbed to 116 as 7 new fatalities were confirmed yesterday, the Director General of Health Services said. According to the Government Information Department, the victims were identified from the Colombo, Gothatua, Moratuwa, Chilau and Akoras areas. 6 of the fatalities have been reported from hospitals, while the remaining one was determined as a home death. The details of the victims are as follows. A 50-year-old woman residing in Colombo 12 passed away on Saturday while receiving treatment in the intensive care unit of the Mulleriava Base Hospital. She was initially admitted to the Colombo National Hospital after testing positive for the virus. The post-mortem examination revealed that she died of COVID-19 pneumonia and chronic lung disease. The second victim was identified as a 48-year-old male who died of chronic lung disease and diabetes heightened by the COVID-19 infection. The authorities revealed that he had passed away on Friday at his home in the Gothatua area. In the meantime, a 70-year-old from Chilau fell victim to the virus while receiving treatment at the Chilau Base Hospital. The cause of death was cited as diabetes, high blood pressure and COVID-19 pneumonia. A 73-year-old male from Moratuwa, who was under medical care at the Homagama Base Hospital, also passed away yesterday. He died of pneumonia heightened by the COVID-19 infection. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Parliament will meet today at 9:30 a.m. The votes on the Ministries of Health, Indigenous Medicine Promotion, Rural Ayurveda Hospital Development and the State Ministry for Community Health will be taken up for debate today. Today is the 7th day of the committee stage debate of the budget proposals for the year 2021. A tense situation has arisen among the inmates of the Mahara prison, says the police media spokesperson DIG Ajit Rohana. A team of special task force officers have been deployed to control the situation. The Commissioner General of Prisons Tushara Upuldenia stated that 4 inmates were killed while attempting to control the tense situation. Another 24 inmates have sustained injuries. They have been admitted to the hospital for treatment, DIG Ajit Rohana said. The DIG added 5 police teams led by the Kalaniya Senior Superintendent of Police and the Ragama Superintendent of Police have been dispatched to assist the prison authorities to control the situation. Several more teams led by an Assistant Superintendent of Police have been dispatched. They are being directed to ensure security outside the prison. The Prisons Department says the total COVID-19 infections detected from the prisons across the country have reached 1,091. This development came after 183 inmates of the Mahara prison tested positive for the virus. However, 119 inmates who contracted the virus have returned to health. In the meantime, reports revealed that an inmate who was under quarantine at the Old Bogambara prison had attempted to escape. Prison officers have managed to apprehend the fleeing inmate. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The media spokesman of the Sri Lanka Customs, Director General Sunil Jayaratne, says the government decides to stop imported turmeric to the local market. According to reliable sources, it was decided that the 62 container loads of turmeric lying in the harbour will be re-exported to India.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, the commuters and long-distance passengers complain that they do not get enough and sufficient public transport services after 7 p.m. in the main cities including Colombo. As a result, the commuters, especially long-distance passengers, face immense difficulties. Sometimes they have to wait for long hours to catch a bus. This is for the attention of the Western Province Passenger Transport Authority. That came to you in Watchlight, and now in world news headlines. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, Mekelle hospital struggling after attack. Roma Grosjean, Haas driver suffers burns after huge Bahrain GP crash and fire. Swiss vote to reject responsible business initiative. The main hospital in the capital of Ethiopia's northern region of Tigray is dangerously low on supplies as it treats the wounded from the fighting around the city, the Red Cross says. On Saturday, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said that federal forces had taken control of the city. He described it as the last phase in the 3-week-long conflict with the Tigray People's Liberation Front. Roma Grosjean is being treated in hospital for burns after a terrifying fiery accident at the Bahrain Grand Prix. The Frenchman's horse pierced the barrier, split in two, and burst into flames on the first lap of the race, which was stopped. Grosjean's car was embedded in the barrier on its side, and the driver appears to have been saved by the halo head protection device. Roma Grosjean will remain in hospital overnight to be treated for burns sustained on the back of both hands, a statement said. Swiss voters have rejected a proposal which would have made business liable for human rights or environmental violations they cause around the world. Even though voters backed the initiative by a narrow majority, it failed to win support in a majority of Swiss cantons as required. The government and many business leaders had come out against the plan. Following the recent killing of its top nuclear scientist, Iran has condemned the violence and vowed punishment, while regional countries and global bodies have expressed concern over rising tensions in the region and urged restraint. On Friday, high-ranking Iranian nuclear physicist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was assassinated near the capital city of Tehran by armed terrorists, according to the Iranian Ministry of Defense. And now the main points of the World News segment once again. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, Mekelle hospital struggling after attack. Roma Grosjean, driver suffers burns after huge Bahrain GP crash and fire. Swiss vote to reject responsible business initiative. That was world news, and now in development news, the government initiates 10 road renovation and carpet processes in the Gala district. Each project is implemented to cover 1 kilometer. A sum of 176 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose. That was development news, and now in sports news. In cricket, David Malan justified his standing as a top-ranked batsman in T20 cricket with a match-winning half-century in the second match of the series against South Africa in Paarl. On a surface upon which nobody else could pass, 30, Malan produced an innings of 55 from 40 balls to see England to a victory which gave them an unassailable 2 lead in the series. The final game takes place in Cape Town on Tuesday. In scores, South Africa batted first and made 146 for 7 in 20 overs. In reply, England reached the victory target, losing 6 wickets. In the LPL T20 series, the LPL match between Jaffna Stallions and Dambulla Viking will be played at the Surya Baba Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Grounds at 3:30 p.m. today. That was sports news, and now in business news. Despite starting on a weaker footing, renewed buying interest in Sri Lankan equities, led by the benchmark index, to hit a near 12-month high on Friday, supported by gains on index heavyweight JKH this week. Furthermore, the CBSL's decision to keep policy rates steady and news of a fresh loan from ADB amounting to $165 million to support the pandemic-hit SME segment also improved investor sentiment.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The government reiterates that Sri Lanka will engage with all investment and development partners and implement the necessary measures to build reserves through non-debt creating inflows. Investors are invited to approach the Sri Lankan policy authorities at the highest levels who are dedicated to facilitating any one-on-one or roadshow discussions without being dissuaded by baseless rating action by Fitch, says the Finance Ministry. Furthermore, Fitch Ratings question Sri Lanka's ability to meet its external debt repayments based on their forecast of a decline in foreign exchange reserves in 2021 and 2022. Fitch Ratings also raised concerns on Sri Lanka's external financing options.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says the low-pressure area in the southeast Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify into a depression during the next 24 hours and is likely to intensify further. This system is likely to move nearly west-northwestwards towards the north coast of Sri Lanka. It will affect the weather over the island and the surrounding sea areas during the next few days. Several spells of showers will occur at several places in the northern, north-central, eastern and over provinces. Showers and showers will occur in the western, central and Sabaragaon provinces and in the Gala and Mathura districts after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, are likely at some places. Fairly strong gusty winds can be expected in the northern, north-central, eastern and northwestern provinces. This weather report was issued this morning at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The isolation status in several police areas in the western province to be lifted from today. 7 new COVID-19 fatalities push the death toll to 116. The Parliament will meet today at 9:30 a.m. The votes on the Ministries of Health, Indigenous Medicine Promotion, Rural Ayurveda Hospital Development and the State Ministry for Community Health will be taken up for debate today. A tense situation at the Mahara prison, 4 inmates killed, 24 injured. The STF has been called to the site to bring the situation under control. The coronavirus infections from prisons exceed 1,000. In news overseas, Swiss vote to reject responsible business initiative. In sports, LPL T20 series, the LPL match between the Jaffna Stallions and Dambulla Viking will be played at the Sudi Weber Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Grounds at 3:30 p.m. today.